Let's take the derivative of x to the 7 minus 4x plus 1 over root x squared minus 1. Here we'll need to use the quotient rule first, since you can see that this function is kind of split up by this fraction bar. This means division. So we use the quotient rule with f as the numerator and g as the denominator. And so we have d dx of fg, writing down the quotient rule, gives us f prime g minus g prime times f over g squared. And now f prime is easy. That's 7x to the 6 minus 4 with the power rule, times g is root x squared minus 1, minus the part where you have to do more work is g prime. Let me move this over since I seem to have ran out of room. There we go. And I want to divide this by g squared. So it's square root of x squared minus 1 square, or x squared minus 1. Now we have to find g prime, and remember that g was square root of x squared minus 1. So to do this, we need to chain rule with f being the square root and g being what's inside the square root, x squared minus 1. F prime then is 1 over 2 root x. G prime is 2x. And so this derivative by the chain rule is f prime g 1 over 2 root, that's f prime, g in place of x, times g prime. And we can cancel out the 2's to get x over root x squared minus 1. Because we don't really want to put something that messy in. And the thing to remember is that this is really only part of the problem. We need to put it in for g prime. So let's do that. Let me rewrite out derivative of f over g. So let me rewrite out the derivative of f over g, and that would be, let's see what I had before, 7x to the 6 minus 4 root x squared minus 1 minus, now we put in g prime, x over root x squared minus 1 times f, and what was that? X to the 7 minus 4x plus 1. That's a lot of stuff going on in here. All over g squared, that was x squared minus 1. And so this derivative comes out to be this. Just as a little recap, we started out with a quotient, so we said, oh, let's use the quotient rule. But in the quotient rule, we encountered this g prime, which we cannot do without a chain rule. So we do g prime over here, and once we find g prime, we put it back in its rightful spot. Scroll down a little more. We take g prime, we put it down where it should be, and you have derivative of f over g.